A McDonald's executive once said something that sounds insane. He said, quote, "We are not technically in the food business. We are in the real estate business." The man who said it was Harry Sonneborn, and he wasn't joking. Because McDonald's makes an enormous chunk of its money, not from selling you a Big Mac, but from being the landlord to thousands of the restaurants that sell them. McDonald's owns tens of billions of dollars worth of some of the best located real estate on the planet. The burgers, they're almost a side effect. Stick around, because once you understand this, you'll realize McDonald's is one of the most brilliant financial machines ever disguised as a fast food chain. Let's go back to the beginning, because this wasn't the original plan. In the 1950s, Ray Kroc took the McDonald's concept national by franchising it. The idea was simple. Let independent operators open McDonald's restaurants, and McDonald's collects a cut of their sales and their franchise fees. There was just one problem. That cut was tiny. In the early days, McDonald's was reportedly making only around 1.4% of a franchisee's revenue. Kroc was building a famous brand and barely making any money doing it. The company was growing fast and nearly broke. Then a financial mind named Harry Sonneborn looked at the business and spotted the real opportunity. Not in the burgers, in the ground underneath them. Sonneborn's idea would completely change what McDonald's actually was, and it's the reason the company survives and prints money to this day. Here's Sonneborn's plan. It's beautiful in its simplicity. Instead of just letting franchisees find their own locations, McDonald's would control the real estate itself. The company would buy or sign long leases on the land and the building. Then it would sublease that property to the franchisee. So now, the franchisee pays McDonald's two things. One, the normal franchise fees and a percentage of sales. And two, rent. Rent on the building they operate in. To set this up, Kroc and Sonneborn created a separate entity, the Franchise Realty Corporation, specifically to acquire restaurant sites. And here's the clever markup. McDonald's would charge the franchisee rent at a markup over its own property cost, reportedly starting around 20%, later rising toward 40% in some cases. Think about what this does. Suddenly, McDonald's isn't just earning a thin slice of hamburger sales. It's collecting steady, predictable rent, the way a landlord does, from thousands of locations. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit subscribe. It's free, and it helps the channel more than you'd think. And this rent turned out to be the safest, most powerful money in the entire business. Here's why. Compare the two income streams, and you'll see why the landlord model is genius. Burger profits are volatile. They rise and fall with a franchisee's sales, good months, bad months, a slow location, a new competitor across the street. Some franchisees do great, some struggle. But rent is contractually fixed. The franchisee owes it whether they sell 1,000 burgers that month or 10,000. Rain or shine, McDonald's gets paid first. Even better, many McDonald's leases are structured so that rent can increase along with a location's sales. So when a restaurant does really well, McDonald's often earns more rent too, capturing part of the upside without taking on the day-to-day risk of flipping the burgers. And here's the long game. The company is buying prime real estate, busy corners, high-traffic roads, and often holding it for decades. That land tends to appreciate over time. So McDonald's earns rent every month, and its property portfolio grows more valuable in the background. It's a landlord that also happens to have a tenant who pays to advertise the corner for them. So how big is this real estate machine today? The numbers are staggering. McDonald's today owns a real estate portfolio worth tens of billions of dollars. By many estimates, one of the largest of any company on earth. It owns a huge share of the land and buildings under its restaurants worldwide. And look at how the revenue actually splits. A large portion of McDonald's revenue comes from franchise restaurants, and within that, rent is the biggest single piece. In recent years, rent has made up well over half of the money McDonald's collects from its franchisees. We're talking billions of dollars a year in rent alone. Here's the mental model that makes it click. McDonald's runs two businesses stacked on top of each other. On top, a fast food brand that attracts customers and makes franchisees want in. Underneath, a real estate company that owns the ground those franchises sit on and collects rent forever. The brilliant part is how they feed each other. The famous brand makes every McDonald's location a reliable, high-traffic business, which makes the underlying real estate more valuable and the rent more secure. And the real estate income makes the whole company financially rock solid, funding new locations and steady dividends. So the burgers aren't the point. The burgers are what make the real estate valuable, which flips the entire way you probably think about this company. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds rough for the franchisees, paying rent on top of everything else. But here's why people still line up to buy a McDonald's franchise. They're not just buying the right to sell burgers, they're buying into one of the most valuable recognized brands in the world, with proven systems, marketing muscle, and near guaranteed foot traffic. For a franchisee, a McDonald's can be a genuinely good business. But notice the trade. The operator takes on the day-to-day work and risk of running the restaurant. McDonald's, sitting on top, takes a cut of sales and collects rent, the steadier, lower-risk money, while owning an asset that appreciates. It's a classic arrangement in disguise. The franchisee runs the shop. McDonald's is the landlord and the brand. And landlords, historically, tend to do very well over time. So what's the big lesson hiding in all those golden arches? Here's the takeaway worth stealing. The most obvious part of a business, the product everyone sees, isn't always where the real money is. McDonald's looks like a burger company. Financially, it behaves a lot like a real estate company. With an unbelievably strong tenant it created itself. Ray Kroc's genius wasn't the hamburger. Plenty of people could grill a burger. His genius, guided by Harry Sonneborn, was realizing that if you control the land under a great brand, you build something far more durable than any single product. You turn a risky food business into a stream of rent and a growing pile of real estate. Next time you drive past those golden arches, remember, you're not just looking at a place that sells burgers. You're looking at one of the most valuable pieces of real estate on that street, owned by a company that figured out the ground is worth more than the fries. The burgers get the attention. The land pays the bills. If you like this, you'll love the story of a chain that made the opposite bet and let one all-you-can-eat promotion bankrupt a 55-year-old restaurant. How endless shrimp helped sink Red Lobster is on your screen right now.